Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Taekwondo Life Magazine Live. This is Master Marc Zirogiannis, and I am coming to you today to talk about a fantastic movie that's in the theaters now from Welgo USA called Blades of the Guardians. We are a member of the Believe Network. Do you believe? So we have been screening a lot of great movies from Welgo, and we'll be doing some reviews on them. This one is fantastic. It hits the theaters as of yesterday. We posted our review. It is released internationally to coincide with the Lunar New Year, which is pretty cool. It's a Chinese-made film called Blades of the Guardian. Now, some of you may know this because you may be fans of anime, and you may have followed some of this series. It's based upon a series by the same name, Biao Ren, Blades of the Guardians. I was not familiar with it, wasn't familiar with any of it, but the film is just a fantastic movie, and you do not need to know anything about that series in order to, or the source material, to appreciate it. It is really got me excited because it is directed by the legendary director Yuen Woo-Ping, who many of you know worked on The Matrix, John Wick movies. He's just a legend. And he did a wonderful job here. And this movie does something very, very smart to create international appeal, which is that A, it took a terrific source material and created a large, epic martial arts Western. And two, it used a lot of legendary martial arts people like Jet Li and some K-pop singers and modern pop figures who maybe aren't associated with martial arts to draw in some of the younger people from the anime audience, which I think is really, really smart. The synopsis of the film says, Blades of the Guardians follows Dao Ma, the second most wanted fugitive who's entrusted by his benefactor, the chief of the Mo family clan, to take on a mysterious escort mission, escorting the most wanted fugitive to Chang'an. And with that, we'll take a word from our sponsor. Welcome back. This is a great film. Simple story, Western-type story. The movie stars Wu Jing, who was terrific in Wolf Warrior and Wolf Warrior 2, and he stars as this bounty hunter, somebody who seemingly is only motivated by money, a great swordsman, a great fighter, who's entrusted to watching this small child that we find out more about. But even though he's a bounty hunter, he seems to have a heart. We see that he's got really deadly fighting skills, but he's a multidimensional character, okay? And he's got inner strength and humor, and a real super martial artist. The characters in this movie are just phenomenal. They all have a lot of depth to them. They're all interesting. They're all fun. The acting is really, really good. There's no weak links. It's got a very diverse cast. I didn't even recognize Jet Li in this movie, and then once I realized it was him, I was super excited. And he, of course, was great in it. He's not the star of the movie, but he's certainly very memorable. And one of the things I wrote in my review is that, I love all martial arts movies, and I find value in them. But they're very different depending on where they originate from. And many of the Chinese ones have two things that can, to me, sometimes be detractors. One is that the modern ones are very message-driven sometimes, and sometimes there's a desire to impart a pro-Chinese, nationalistic, governmental message, even where it doesn't necessarily fit in the story. Sometimes it's at the end when they wrap it up. And this movie does not do that. There are themes in here, like all martial arts movies, themes about good and evil, and themes about morality, and themes about loyalty, but they're not necessarily nationalistic themes. The second is that, many of the Chinese films have terrific over the top, crouching tiger, hidden dragon type martial arts choreography, which can be very fanciful and it's very cool to watch, but it's not necessarily visceral like some of the Korean movies or Indonesian movies or Philippine movies, even Japanese movies. But that's not true in Blades of the Guardian. There is a tremendous amount of fight choreography. There's a lot of weapon work, and it is really, really visceral. It's action-packed. It's adult in that sense, and really, really good to see on the big screen. The movie's visually super, super good to look at. It's a high-budget movie. This is not... I see a lot of low-budget movies, and some of them are very, very good, but this is not one of those movies. This is the costumes, the cinematography, the landscape, the size of the cast. It's just visually stunning. The music is terrific. The direction is terrific. It's very, very exciting film. I don't think it matters whether you're perhaps you get a different appreciation in China because there's other elements of it here. But for U.S. audiences, it was very much for me like watching a Western, a martial arts Western. And that was exciting. And I loved it. It's one of the best martial arts films that probably I've ever seen, which is high praise. I've seen a lot of martial arts movies. I see, several a month for the past 10 years at least, plus my entire life. I highly recommend this one. I would catch this one in the theaters. This one is I saw it on a screener, but it's meant to be seen on the big screen, and I think you will not be sorry. It is a Welgo USA release. Blade Vista Public Relations. It was in theaters as of yesterday for the Lunar New Year. It is in Mandarin with English subtitles, which is fine. It's not rated. It's a perfect length. Perfectly visual. I look forward to hearing. I am going to see it again because there's so much to visually see there that I really feel like I missed some stuff, but I really look forward to it. I look forward to hearing what you thought about it, and I look forward to seeing you in the theaters and seeing you on the mat.
Free audio post-production. Do you believe? By alphonic.com.